It's time for the RMAC Radio Show, featuring all the latest information from around the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. The RMAC is a proud member of NCAA Division II. Now, here's your host, Eric Danner.
Welcome to the RMAC Radio Show. My name is Eric Danner, and this is our final show for the 2011 year, as we're going to be taking a couple weeks off for the holiday break, and basketball, wrestling around the RMAC is going to be taking a break as well, and then we'll be back first week in January. But as we do our final show, and you can see if you're watching on YouTube or on the Altitude website, we have a red shirt behind us, has Santa on it. That's our about as good as our holiday decorations are going to get. But big show planned for you today. Alyssa Benson, a Metro State women's basketball player, is going to be on in this segment. We're also going to talk to Robbie Hanslick of Adams State. He is having quite a season. Of course, the son of Bill Hanslick, the former Denver Nuggets player and head coach. And then we're going to wrap things up with Alex Helmbrecht, one of the top sports information directors in the conference. He is over at Chadron State College. But we're going to start with women's basketball, the RMAC Baden Players of the Week. Kaylee Dow of Metro State. She's out of Centennial, Colorado, transfer from the University of Colorado. What a inside presence she has been for the Roadrunners, averaging 16 points, shot 79% from the field this past weekend, including a 9-for-9 performance against Chadron State, as the Roadrunners now number 3 in the country. Defensive Player of the Week, Katrina Seltzer. She was our Offensive Player of the Week last week, now the Defensive Player of the Week out of Colorado Mesa University, transfer out of CSU Pueblo. She had a team-high 6 rebounds this weekend as Mesa was able to beat New Mexico Highlands and Western New Mexico. So congratulations to Kaylee and Katrina, our RMAC/Baden Players of the Week. And the real story around the RMAC, or one of them, has been Metro State women's basketball, especially the last couple of years, and they've really emerged as one of the top teams in the entire country, not just in the RMAC. And we're now joined on the RMAC hotline by Alyssa Benson, who's a guard for the Roadrunners. Alyssa, how's it going today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great, Alyssa. Hey, this is your senior season, so you've kind of seen the peaks and valleys, I guess, in Metro State women's basketball for the last 3-4 years. This year, your scoring average has gone up. I see you're averaging over 13 points a game to lead the team, but starting off the season, at least according to the stats, you're coming off the bench, and it looks like you might be more in the starting lineup right now. Which do you feel more comfortable with, coming off the bench or being in the starting lineup?
You know what? I've been in the program for so long now, it doesn't really matter to me. You know, I just want to do what's best for my team, and if that's coming off the bench, that's awesome, and if that's starting, that's awesome too. I feel comfortable with either. Talking
to Alyssa Benson, a guard for Metro State, the leading scorer on the team, averaging over 13 points a game. And Alyssa, we just mentioned Kaylee Dow coming in, transfer from CU, and giving you an inside presence that maybe the team didn't have last year in your run to the Elite Eight. What kind of impact has she made on the team?
Oh, gosh. Kaylee has been an awesome contributor to this team already. Not only is she a fantastic player and is giving us that big inside presence, but she's a really great leader. You know, she's a really good communicator. She gets everyone motivated, and all around, she's just been a huge attribute to our team.
Talking to Alyssa Benson, a senior for Metro State, played as a freshman, 29 games, and had to sit out 08-09 with an injury, came back in 09-10, and then last year was a big contributor on the team that went to the Elite Eight. And going from a couple of different coaches there, Alyssa, obviously Linda Lappy was the coach there, and then we see Tanya Have coming in and doing a great job. How has that transition been for you as a player? I know sometimes when a new coach comes in with a new system, it's hard for the players who are already there to adapt, but it seems like this might have been the perfect thing for you to have happen.
Yeah, it's actually been a lot easier than I would have expected. Coach Have came in, and she made it extremely easy for all of our players to transition. She's been welcoming to our ideas and things that we have done in the past, and she she brought in her new philosophies, and it just really happened to click with all of our players.
Metro State's going to be at Regis University this Saturday, and kind of an interesting time of year always. I know you've been through this quite a few times, Alyssa, now that you're a senior, but once we get around that holiday break, that you got people kind of looking ahead to Christmas or looking ahead to maybe, going home for a few days or what have you, and you being a senior and one of the leaders on the team, what do you tell some of the other players to kind of keep your focus in terms of this weekend and not looking ahead to that holiday break?
Well, I mean, we want everyone to enjoy their holiday break, obviously, but to enjoy the holiday break, we want to go home with a win. So we kind of put that into the players' minds that, you want to be able to, like I said, enjoy your holiday break, and you don't want to go home with a loss, and you don't want to have that hanging over your head. So, I think our players, we are so into the season, and we are so committed that I don't think any of us will have a problem skipping ahead to that holiday break. I know that Regis is the next thing in our minds.
Talking to Alyssa Benson, guard for Metro State, currently number 3 in the country, and the Roadrunners are undefeated. They play at Regis University this Saturday. They are 8-0 overall, 4-0 in the conference. And I see, Alyssa, that you have a cousin that plays college hockey down here at the Air Force Academy, so you must have a lot of athleticism in your family, it looks like.
Yeah, actually, he did. He graduated, but he played at the Air Force. And then also my brother is playing golf for Bemidji State, which is up in Minnesota as well. So, yeah, I come from athletics.
Talking to Alyssa Benson, and I see you also volunteer for the I Have a Dream Foundation. Tell us a little bit about that organization and what do you do for them?
Last year, we worked with them. Our team would go over, and we would kind of tutor the students. They had an after-school program, so we would work with their kids, and we would help them with their homework, and then also kind of play fun games with them and just make their after-school program a little more fun. And then we'd try to get them involved with some of our games. I know a few of the students actually came out, I think it was either last year or the year before, and, they made big signs for us. And so we definitely had a good connection with them over there, and it's really fun to get involved with the kids.
Sounds like a great cause. Once again, we're talking to Alyssa Benson, and you're also involved in the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, which each school has a representative, and maybe people don't fully understand what that is. Can you kind of briefly describe what it is you do and what that committee does?
Yeah, so basically we have 2 people from each sport at our school, and we all get together and we represent our teams, and we do several different things. One of our main focuses at Metro is to try to get the school and the community more involved in the sports, in Metro sports, so we can get more people out to our games and just get people aware of our sport programs and our winning tradition. And so we set up different events, like we have like Think Pink Night. So we have people come out and we have donations that can be made. We set up like student athlete support days where all the teams try to come out to at least one game a week or one specific game for the month for that team. So we also vote on different NCAA rules and things that come up during the year. And well, that's kind of the gist of it.
Well, that's certainly plenty to keep you busy, Alyssa. We want to thank you for taking some time out. Good luck the rest of the way, and have fun on that holiday break.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, that is Alyssa Benson, Metro State, once again, number 3 in the country by the latest poll that I've seen. There could be one that comes out before this radio show gets on the air, so we'll have to keep an eye on that, but definitely one of the top teams in the entire country. And, at the top of that list, you see Metro State Colorado Mesa, Western State, Fort Lewis, all currently undefeated. And for more on what they're going to be doing this upcoming weekend, let's head over to Chris Polton at the RMAC Sports Desk.
Thanks, Eric. Colorado Mesa is 4-0 in conference, and the Mavs are home this weekend, getting the chance to see how for real they are as Fort Lewis heads to Grand Junction. The Skyhawks, ranked 7th in the nation, are 3-0 in conference heading into the weekend. Adams State is 1-2 in conference and 2-5 overall. The Grizz travel to Mesa the next night. Metro State is ranked 3rd in the nation. The Runners have one game on the road on Saturday night, facing Regis University at the Regis Fieldhouse. Western State is riding 4 straight conference wins to open play, and this weekend they will have ASC on Friday and FLC on Saturday. UC Colorado Springs is fresh off 2 wins in Denver and now turn their gaze to New Mexico Highlands on Friday night, who are still in search of their first conference win. The Mountain Lions then host Western New Mexico on Saturday night. CSU Pueblo is also winners of 2 straight. The Pack stay home this weekend and also host Western New Mexico and Highlands. Chadron State captured their first win in conference last weekend and look to make it 2 straight, hosting Ailing Colorado Christian, who have yet to crack one in the win column this season in conference. Colorado Mines takes on the same Eagles team. The Orediggers are looking to improve on their 1-2 record. Lastly, there's Nebraska Kearney at 0-4 in the conference. They welcome in CSM, and then the Cougars. You can check on all the scores and standings online at rmacsports.org. I'm Chris Polton, and that has been your RMAC Women's Basketball Update.
Thank you, Chris. When we come back, we're going to talk with Robbie Hanslick, the guard from Adams State College. You're listening to the RMAC Radio Show.